Okay, in this video, I would like to show everyone how to center tap the 9, or the magnetic 0 point, which is counterspace, or dielectricity, or the dielectric, because this is where everything is emulating from. The point that most people think is empty is really generating everything. So let's get started in this video. Everything is either space or counterspace, magnetism or dielectricity. The space is represented here by the circle and the counterspace by the square. This could also be represented by the toroidal or the hourglass hyperboloid shape. You have space versus counterspace at all times. When you set up this condition of a positive and a negative with a neutral center, you are setting up the condition to extract energy. What I'm talking about is when you have a positive and a negative, you can draw from the 0 point in between. This is exactly how you extract energy from a 0 point, or from the 9, or from the consciousness. This is how to center tap the consciousness center of a magnetic field. If you were to put a straw into the center of the 9, the dielectric, what you're doing is now you're causing energy to flow out of the center and into what you just created with the straw. It's just like taking a pipeline that's flowing water and sticking your straw into it and extracting the water from it. Only the water would not be flowing, it would be sucking in at this point because you're at the opposite end of the vortex. So this is just like a giant vacuum cleaner, is what you just created, with all that effect pushing out, which is the same way that a pyramid functions. Which is the same thing that they're showing you right here on the dollar bill. They're showing you the liberation of the capstone. When you take my magnetic driver here, the driver magnet to my propulsion system, place it just like they're showing you with the capstone, and you take the dielectric center, or the 9, you're point sourcing, and what you're doing is getting this effect. You're getting the push, just like I said, when you stick the straw in there, that funnel is shooting out, just like a galactic jet, because that's what it is. That's what a black hole is. It's blasting, it's intaking and blasting out at the other end. It's a two-way vortex. That's how everything is working. It's working just like this. Just like my delta T works. Just like the double pyramid. You got a pyramid up and a pyramid down, with a 0 point in the center. This is how frequency works. This is how matter works. And this is how dematerialization works. When you increase your frequency, it shows how it steps up, and the space keeps getting smaller. Because in this type of energy, the smaller the space, the higher the capacitance. It's showing you this both up and down, with nothing being at your center, just like nothing is here. That's what you're tapping from, the flower of life, what everything's emulating from. It's working no different than my magnetic levitated pencil. My Maglev pencil is operating the same way. You're producing the 0 point, and it's activating levitation, or an upward positive rise is what it's giving it, because the magnets are working this spot in counterspace. That's how they're generating. And when it does that, this is how a UFO has no inertia, and how they can do right angle turns at super high speeds, because it creates basically a magnetic bearing where it'll spin. If you get it just right, she'll spin. So it's all about tapping that 0 point, because there's no friction here. It's just like that magnetically levitated pencil. There's no friction. That's how you can do a right angle turn at super high speeds and not get crushed in a craft. This is all the same thing. This is how you center tap the dielectric or counterspace to extract from the 0 point. I hope you like this video, and if you haven't seen my previous videos, please watch all of them, because this is all kind of set up in a series from the start to the progression of where I'm at. So thanks for watching.